Hi guys, this is like not a video that I usually do, but today I'm going to be talking about something I don't like really post about, and that is my anxiety, which I do want to start posting about it now. So ever since I was young, I've had like really bad anxiety, but like it's quite bad. Like I don't know if I would say I have severe anxiety, but that's how I would put it. I struggle with loud noises, I struggle being away from my parents, like all that stuff. And ever since I was little, like anything like cheering, going to like concerts, like all that stuff can make me quite overwhelmed. And when I was little, I think it first started like when I started going to public church. We started going to this public church and the songs were too loud for me. So my parents bought me these ear defenders. They're like extendable, so like you can make them longer. But I still wear them now for like certain occasions. Like when I went to my first football game, I wore these for like maybe a quarter of it, and then realized I didn't actually like need them because like it takes a while for me to get used to like the noise. But after a while, I do get used to it. But it just really depends like where I am. So what you would do is you would put it over like this, and I can still hear things, but they're a lot quieter, and it's really comfy on my ears, and they fold up into like it barely takes up any space, which I do love. And I love that when you're like putting it down, it doesn't make a huge sound because it's padded there. So yeah. I do want to start posting about my anxiety more because I want people to like relate to it, and I'll also feel more open of posting stuff um of like these as well, like how they help as well, because like I don't want to just go on and be wearing these and you're like, what is she wearing? Like what is she wearing? So yeah, I'm just gonna be like talking about all that stuff. So obviously when I was younger I got really bad anxiety, and it's been with me like for my whole life. I think it first started I think my actual anxiety first started when I started going to public nursery because I was going away from my parents and I have severe anxiety, like separation anxiety. And so um some like I am now homeschooled and that has really helped my anxiety, but it's not fully gone. But I feel like as I'm getting older it is getting better. But like I've started going like a couple years ago I started going to like home ed groups. And some of them helped, but some of them didn't really help, and I just got like bad anxiety. So, my art class, I do get a little bit of anxiety, but then I actually find it quite fun. My sewing class, I don't really have much anxiety, but like a little bit. My circus class, I'm more excited about, so like that's really good. Trampoline class, a bit nervous, but the thing that caused me the most anxiety was when I used to go to brownies. The girls there were really loud. I was like the oldest one there. So I would often wear these to help like with that. And then I've started going to guides and I've definitely been less nervous about it because like there's only 3 guides in total. It's like it was a huge dramatic change from like 12 brownies to 3 guides. And we're still with the brownies. We do go to the same building at the same time in different rooms. So at the end, we do all go together, which is fine because I have gotten better with it. But I've often been like finding myself like needing like a fidget toy, especially when I'm going to somewhere that's like crowded, like a market or something. And I'm going to show you my favorite fidgets. I haven't brought this out much, but I do love this wiggly slug. It's quite small, so it can fit in a pocket. Also, this has been a huge hit for me. You like get like you put in the little bees and like you try and get them out again. So that's been a huge hit, especially when like I just need to distract my mind. Especially when sitting down waiting for something, this helps as well, and it also can be used as a like are stressful. These things though, I'm not a big fan of because they're just so bulky and feel so cheap. And these, there's no muted ones, so like these are really loud. This is really loud. That's loud. Like kind of everything about it is loud. So I'm not a big fan of these fidget pads. I do love this fidget cube though. Yes, there's some loud parts about it, but like it's not as loud, and like there's plenty of quieter things as well. And there are a couple that are muted, like of these buttons that are muted. So like it's just I love all three of these. These are like my top three. I haven't been bringing these out much, but I definitely do want to start doing it. Because there has been a couple times where I felt a bit like kind of overwhelmed with stuff. But also as well, like if I have forgotten a fidget, I have also felt like an app which is not sponsored called Finch has really been helping me. It's where you have this like little pet bird. Yes, it's called a bird, but it's like a little bird, and it helps on self care. But also, it's just really therapeutic just to like watch your bird and like see like what your bird's doing. So that's also been helping me. There's a storm out there. Another thing that gets my anxiety going is storms. I hate storms. I have a friend that absolutely loves storms, but I hate storms. It's just like for me, it's just really scary, like hearing all these unknown sounds outside. And so I prefer to be in a place where I feel safe. And also, like, I have a lot of things in my garden, so I don't want them flying around, and like it just gets me like my anxiety going. Also, when I have anxiety and like the Finch app isn't helping, I like to do certain things with my body. So like sometimes I like rocking forward and backwards because like that just it makes me feel safe sometimes. And like a couple of the things are like just messing with my hands and like doing stuff like that can like really help. And this just like posting about my anxiety has like been a huge step for me because like my parents do know about my anxiety, but like they don't know some stuff, you know. Um and like you guys, like I have mentioned I have anxiety, but I haven't actually like mentioned how like severe it is. And like I'm not being getting like hugely overwhelmed. It's more in like loud places. So like bowling alleys, arcades, those just like get me a bit overwhelmed and overstimulated. Because there's so many people, there's so many sounds going on as well. Like they're all just in one go, and so it's like that. Like it's just really scary. And like certain types of kids as well get my anxiety going. It's like the ones that are messing about, don't care about you, just are like coming really close to you as well. A thing that has been a huge step for me as well is just being able to like pay for stuff like at shops by myself. I kind of have social anxiety, but like not bad, but like it's more with like strangers. And so I'm very glad when I get to go to like a self checkout. So it is kind of hard when like it's like a worker checkout only. But like yeah. It's just kind of like also like queuing as well. Like if I'm by myself and in a queue, like I feel so unsafe because obviously there's all these adults around me and I'm like tiny. And so like well I'm not actually that tiny, but compared to them, I'm quite small. So like I feel like they're all so close to me and I feel like at some point they're just gonna like grab me, you know what I mean? Thankfully that has never happened. Also a thing that also has helped me with my anxiety is just having something that you feel like you're responsible of. So like a little teddy or like something like you can just hug and like feel responsible. Like this is my favourite teddy. I've had him for years. I got him from my great nana. Like I've slept with him every single night. Okay, like also a huge anxiety sleeper, so I need something heavy, and if there's nothing heavy on me, then I need like to be like kind of like a burrito. Or I need like loads of layers on me, especially in the winter now. I also have like I don't know if this is linked to my anxiety, but I also have like huge compassion for things even if they're not alive, like they're not a human being or an animal. Like I have huge compassions for like my teddies and like my fidgets and like even just this random box. Like I have huge compassion for things that don't even have feelings. Okay, and so like I just like to yeah. A lot of people that I know don't know about my anxiety, but it's more like friends, you know, like a lot of my family knows, like as well as like my outside family. A lot of my family knows that I have like anxiety, but it's more like kind of like friends and like my mum's friends that don't really know. So like also like just like also just talking to you guys about it has also been like a huge step for me. Because obviously I do want to start like posting about it and like posting like my trips, especially like ones where like there's loads of people. I do want to start posting about them as well, of how like I was feeling and like stuff like that. But I obviously won't start posting about dancing and get rid of these. But yeah, let me know if you want me to post more about my anxiety. I know this has kind of been like a boring video and all, but yeah, I just wanted to post a bit about my anxiety and stuff like that. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at some point. Bye.